Kia ora and thank you for having me. So I co-founded with my husband a fashion brand called Kiri Nathan. We have 3 product lines. That's clothing, kakahu, which is hand-woven pieces based on traditional weaving, traditional Maori weaving, and pounamu, which is the indigenous stone of Aotearoa. And I founded the Kahui Collective, which is a community of Maori fashion designers, and we're broadening out into Pacifica and indigenous global designers. To help support the growth of Indigenous designers around the world. So we've personally met President Barack Obama, Beyonce, Mariah Carey, and people that own our products, Meghan Markle, Princess Meghan Markle, or Duchess Meghan Markle, Usher, Kevin Hart, will.i.am, Ed Sheeran, the list goes on. Engari, but for me, those connections, although some of them were personal and beautiful, what they tend to do is they create opportunities for me and for Kahui Collective designers to have a louder voice. And it's that voice that is consistently speaking about our responsibilities, about how we roll, about how we grow, about what we bring to the table, and not what we let go from the table, if you know what I mean. That's where the power lies, in meeting celebrities. I grew up at the feet of my grandmother and my mother, who were both sewers, cutters, pattern drafters and sewers. My mother just kind of winged it, and sometimes that worked and sometimes it didn't. My grandmother was very meticulous and was a very fine maker. So the inspiration came from there. And then I did sewing classes at school, and my clothing teacher told me that my sewing left much to be desired, as in I wasn't good. And then I carried on to study a degree in visual arts and majored in fashion. So it just kind of developed, as I grew. Our brand and the Kahui Collective, our brand Kiri Nathan and the Kahui Collective are based on te ao Māori values. So te reo Māori, tikanga, mātauranga Māori, Māori knowledge and so forth, our customs, our processes, and most importantly, our value set. So our sense of responsibility as Indigenous creatives is to ensure that we have taken into account that we are respectful of our culture, that we are respectful of Papatūānuku, Earth Mother, and that we are always looking to support other Indigenous designers. That's part of how we roll in every day. So coming to Fiji Fashion Week is exciting. I'm excited to meet all the other Fijian designers, local designers, and the designers that won't be showing, the ones that are still sort of aspiring to find things out about the industry and maybe ask some questions and possibly just give reference points. So if someone's sitting in the crowd on the night, they can go, I want to do that. That would be really cool. And also for people that are sitting in the crowd to be able to look at what we're doing and what Bobby Campbell-Luke is doing and say, I can see myself in that person. I can see my culture in that culture. It's not so much us expanding as in sales into the Pacific Islands. It's more us trying to offer some sense of support for designers that are possibly trying to grow, either in New Zealand or around the world. So I've created an online platform that I'll launch this year that can start off with Maori designers, move into Pacifica designers, and then gradually grow into the largest offering of high-end Indigenous fashion in the world. That's the aim. And so coming here to Fiji Fashion Week, part of this process is whakawhanaungatanga and relationships and just sort of meeting people that I wouldn't meet if I wasn't here in person. Ka nohi ki te ka nohi, face to face. So I'm showing Friday night in the resort section. Saturday, unfortunately, I have to fly up to the US for another job. But you will expect to see hand-woven pieces from contemporary mediums, lots and lots of silk, voluminous, flowing, fluid, lots of colour. I usually do black really, really well, like most New Zealanders, black and dark green, deep green, but because we're coming to the Pacific Islands, it's like, let's celebrate some colour and some tropical flavour. I was saying earlier that I'm There'll be some really bougie pool dresses, you know, like 5 meters of flowing organza silk, and you'll be like, what? That's by the pool? Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be a fun collection, eclectic collection, but ultimately it's celebrating culture. No, I'm so excited to. Like, this will be my first time viewing the garments up close, during fittings maybe, and then obviously at the event. That's what I'm mostly excited about being here, is just meeting the local designers. Yeah. Never underestimate themselves. They might feel like they're too small, or in a little island in the middle of the world, and they want to make it in New York, Paris, or London, or wherever it is. Never underestimate your ability to do that. 2 is ensure that you always respect the culture and the origins of the culture, because in the fashion industry it can become very, 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 very quick while you're commercializing and growing that people will start exploiting your culture. So just be adamant that this is who you are, this is what your culture is, this is what you're willing to do, and this is what you're not willing to do. It's really important. It's called hiamo, so that means to be excited for something that's really exciting and kind of like tingles you by the pool in your 5 meters of silk. I think I was simply inspired by Fiji, to be honest. Just that idea of tropical season, you know, lightweight fabrics, breathable fabrics, natural fabrics. And then also we always love to add volume and drama and weaving into our pieces as well. And all of the looks will be accompanied by pounamu jewellery. I have so many plans for that. I literally would love, that's what I'm excited about, is like meeting the Fijian designers and also maybe the school students and so forth that are looking into fashion as a career, possibly. It's hard when you're young, you know. You just think, oh, I like that, I'll go do that a bit. And then as it develops, you start to understand that that's actually the path that you want to go down. So trying to find those sorts of young people is really important. And yeah, we're all about collaboration. We collaborate with a Filipino company on our hand-woven bags and clutches and so forth, and we collaborate together as the Kahui Collective. We're always working together to, I guess, be individuals and be strong and stand strong in our own individual brands, but also just to constantly look for opportunities for more than ourselves. So collaboration is a big thing.